Hello guys, it's JongLi here, and I'm bringing you an online commentary battle for Rome Total War. This time it's a 3 versus 3 31k battle. Um, I'm playing as the Scipii Romans in the center right now. Here's Starlight Glimmer, which is Princess Luna of the Brotherhood clan, also playing as the Scipii Romans, and we also have Odin of the Titans clan, playing as the Carthaginians. Against us we have Indi of the Nos clan. I'm not sure if this is an actual clan. Might be dead. There's Sir Bobertulus of the Immortals of War clan, also playing as the Greeks. And on our far right flank we have Belisarius from the Immortals of War clan. Some of you might know him as Bubo. He's a pretty good Macedon player. And his favorite faction is Macedon, so he brought that. And Bobertulus is also quite well known for his Greek play. So looks like Indi has this general's bodyguard on this far flank, probably to try and snipe archers, but we didn't bring any. We've just got these slingers on the right, and Odin's gone for a bit of a weird cav pick, which is these Numidian mercenaries. They seem to be gold silver. I don't really like them in 31k because not really worth it. Their javelins won't do really that much. They're really just kind of expensive-ish like cav, not really worth the cost. I've just brought 14.6. Princess Luna has brought 17.3. Indi's brought a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4 Cretan archers, and kind of the rest just Spartans, that general's bodyguard, and armored hoplite to be peeler screen. Bobertulus has gone for a very heavy armored hoplite component. It's very thick as well, as you can see, very highly upgraded. So half his army is armored hoplites, the other half is Spartan hoplites, and these Spartans are gold. So they're going to be pretty heavy and pretty tough to get rid of. He's also got these archers here, and they've pretty much all brought archers. As you can see, Indi's got 4. Bobertulus has got, I think, 3? 3 or 4. And Belisarius has brought 3. And on our side, we've only got these 2 slingers. As you may or may not know, my computer's pretty slow, so I apologize in advance for any lag. The inevitable lag that will be experienced during the recording. So we've just got these slingers over here, and it looks like Odin's just moving them up with the protection of these Numidian mercenaries. On our side, the plan was to have Princess Luna and Odin engage the 2 Greek factions while I engage the Macedonians. This is because Carthage is good against Greece, and Princess Luna, I've played with him before. He's a pretty good Rome vs Greek player, so he knows his way with Romans against Greeks pretty well. So I'm just going to go for a very aggressive push against Macedon, and Odin's just going to rush in here to try and pin Bobertulus in place so he can't swap spots with Belisarius. As you can see on this right flank, the slingers are getting picked off by Belisarius, so that's a good move there. Odin's trying to get his Numidian mercenaries around the back, maybe try and pick off a few of these archers here, throw a few javelins. Meanwhile, me and Princess Luna were just kind of catching up with Odin, because Odin went pretty fast. We didn't really bother to meet up in the middle. But yeah. So these Sacred Band should be pretty good against the Armored Hoplites, but it'll hit a wall when it gets to the Spartans of Bobertulus. And we have to go pretty aggressive this game because we don't have the missile advantage at all. So it's something like they're maybe 12, not not 12, 11-ish missile units to our like 2, and our 2 slingers are, I think, dead already. So we had to rush pretty fast. Because if we didn't close out the game in time and they got enough arrows off, or if we dilly-dallied too long, then yeah, it would be pretty bad because these Carthaginians will get cut down by the Cretan archers, as you can see already. This unit's been shot a little bit, so we can't have that going on forever, or we'll lose the game. And because our opponents have gone for such infantry-heavy builds, the only person with cav is Belisarius and the general's unit of Indi. So they've gone for really infantry-heavy build. They're obviously going for the infantry grind, so we can't let them have the infantry grind. We have to kind of wrap this up quickly before they can get the most out of their elite units like the Spartans. So as you can see, I've thrown myself onto this right flank here against Belisarius, and I'm moving my cav around this side. Oops. Yeah, well, the slingers are still around, but they're getting chased away. So I've moved my cav around the back, and I'm really just hoping to maybe get some charges around the back, or pick off these archers over here, which Odin is also trying to pick off. Getting rid of these archers is pretty important because they have flaming arrows and they do damage as time passes, so damage over time, pretty bad. Flaming arrows also demoralize, and we can't really have that if we are planning to win the infantry fight as well. So I've thrown a ton of Pila in, and as you can see, Belisarius's front rank has pretty much deteriorated. So I'm just going to push through with my urbans. Again, I apologize for the camera because it's on pretty fast speed, and due to the lag, I can't really point it where I want it to go. But yeah, as you can see, I've routed a bunch of archers there, so that's about maybe like 1 or 2 archer units. Yeah, Bobertulus is facing off against Odin, and Indi is facing off against Luna. So Luna's doing a pretty good job here, and Odin is supporting him pretty well. Luna's just brought this unit out to the flank to really threaten and pressure Indi. And Indi's going to fall back, but he's going to sacrifice these 4 Spartan units here. Meanwhile, I've moved my cav to the back, as you can see, and Indi's basically thrown this Spartan unit against them because he wants to blunt any charge that might be coming. And Belisarius kind of doesn't seem to care. He just wants to get rid of my infantry or hold off my infantry. My infantry is coming around the flank really, like, I'm pretty much overextending here, but I can't be punished because the enemy's cav is pretty much nowhere to be seen, and the cav forces they do have are minimal, so overextending isn't really an issue here. We just got to get rid of these infantry as quickly as possible, and also get rid of these archers because the longer they're on the field, the more value they get. So if we get them off earlier, it's better for us. As you can see, this Spartan unit is very annoying for me. I charged it with all my cav and it still didn't route, so I just had to kind of go through them, and they're pretty much a nuisance for most of the game. But I see an opening, and it's these Greek units here of Bobertulus. I charge in 2 spots. I get a really nice route here, and I also get a kind of mass route going. The only thing was his general is still there, so they didn't totally route, but it's pretty close to a total route. And this is really good for us because it means the center is broken, and since they're pike units, it's really difficult to support your allies with them if you're not close enough. And since they have really no cav, they can't really send support to each other if they want to, since there's all this infantry in the way. That's the advantage of these cav, because they're really strong. Good for supporting, good for attacking as well. Whereas with the pikes, you can only really decide on one thing and you have to stick with it the entire game. So I've taken my guys out of guard mode here, and as you can see, they're getting the sides of some of Belisarius's units, and I have the advantage in numbers, and since the urbans are better in stats, this is going to work out pretty well. Princess Luna comes in with a really nice charge here, at the back, but Belisarius manages to turn around, kind of. But pretty much the entire weight of 3 armies is bearing upon this dilapidated Greek army and this Macedonian army. And Indi's pretty much been routed already by Princess Luna, so he did a really good job on that side. We both charge our cav through. Belisarius does actually get his pikes around in time, I believe, and my cav gets destroyed. But because we've already got this surround going, and we've just got way too much stuff, and they can't really deal with it, I just push my infantry through forcefully, and it routes some of these guys, and a mass rout starts to happen on this left side here. Meanwhile over here, Indy's just holding up these like 5 units of Lunas, but it's not really going to be enough, and a mass rout pretty much happens. Enemy general dies, and pretty much all they've got left are these archers, which are too far to be useful, too far away, and obviously we've got too much stuff. So as you can see, my cav are reduced to pretty much 3 really like units of 10 or less. That was because I charged straight into the pikes. Belisarius turned them around in time, so that was a really good move. But it was just too heavy, like it was 3 plus maybe 5, so 8 units of cav. And even if that 1 unit managed to turn around, the cav still got through because it was just the pressure was too much. So I'll just triple speed it here. Just chasing units off the field. So that was the replay. Because the game got terminated early, I'll see if I can put the victory screen up, because I believe I did take a screenshot, although it was unresolved. But anyway, yeah, well played to everyone in the game. I think what made the difference there was the mobility of the Praetorian Cav. They made a pretty big difference. You can pressure pretty much all the sides with Praetorian Cav because you can move them really easily, and you have your urbans for pressure as well. You can't just really ignore them if you're playing as a pike faction. So yeah, well played to everyone. I think Luna did a really good job that game, and Odin held his ground really well, and also pressured the enemy really well. So hope you enjoyed that, and maybe I'll get the victory screen up.